Hi guys, in this video we'll be looking at an introduction to economics and finishing off with a summary.
Right, so what is economics? We're going to go through a bit of a narrative to try and understand what exactly economics is, and we are going to start off by thinking about decisions. So economics studies how individuals make decisions within an economy. So what we have right here is an individual who has to make a decision over whether to buy a new TV or a new car. And these sorts of decisions can be big and small and have to be made by individuals in an economy every day. And we can think of the economy as a system of many individuals making decisions and choices. So what we have in our economy, which we can easily observe, is a collection of individuals, and all of these individuals will be making their own decisions. And collectively, all of them together are known as an economy. So when all of these people are making decisions and all of these decisions are individual, we start to build an economy. And a good way to think about an economy is as a system. And in which case, this means that its constituent parts, the individuals, all interact and impact one another. So let's take this individual here. Now, their actions are going to have a knock-on effect that may impact others. And therefore, just by this individual here making one decision is going to start off a chain reaction or a knock-on effect that will in some way end up affecting this individual here. And an example that may be more familiar to you is in biology, where you may have learnt about ecosystems. And within an ecosystem, we have many different constituent parts, such as the weather, food chains, and levels of biodiversity. Okay, so if this is a system, let's try and change something within that system. So let's suppose that the weather in an ecosystem changes. So let's suppose that the temperature in the environment has increased. Now this may end up having an impact on all other parts of the ecosystem. So the warmer weather might result in plants dying as they do not get enough water, and this would lead to a lack of food for other animals, and this would have a knock-on effect to the rest of the food chain. And overall, this is going to impact the whole ecosystem and its biodiversity. Similarly, within an economy, we have many individual parts which all interact with one another. So within our economy, we have firms, consumers, workers, and they all interact with each other because of the decisions that they make. And they may not consciously be interacting with each other, so the worker isn't going out specifically to make an action to interact with the consumer. However, the actions that the worker takes will impact the consumer. So let's imagine that consumers spend more money in the economy. This would lead to a greater production of goods and increased employment of workers. So we have higher spending as the start of our chain of events. And in response to this, we're going to see an increased amount of production. And therefore, the firms are going to increase the number of people that they employ. So we can see how we've had one initial effect where there is more consumer spending, and this has impacted the economy in a much wider sense. Therefore, all individuals within an economy make choices which other individuals react to with their own decisions. So for example, we can have a consumer that is going to buy a good using their money, and therefore in response to this, we have an individual who is selling a good or is deciding to sell a good. And each individual then aims to make the best decision given their available resources. So that's the aim of our decision making, is to make the best decision. And there are many different examples of resources available to individuals. So we have financial resources, such as money. We have human resources, such as labor. And then we have something more simple, such as machinery and production equipment. Now, there are many more resources in our economy, so this is just the limited list. So it actually goes on much more than this. So the examination of the process of decision making is known as the study of economics. So economics studies the decisions individuals make in an economy given their limited resources.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're looking for an amazing A-level economics resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Just click the SnapRevise smiley face and together let's make A-level economics a walk in the park.